Today we're looking at a topic titled Grow Up. Yeah, maybe today's presentation is not so much of all the fanciful conversation and stuff like that. Man, well, I know we say it's real men talking, but I know there's some women who come to our page, our channel as well. And I'm just saying today, grow up. There are some behaviors that don't work well in marriage. You know, keeping malice, taking offense to the highest level possible, lack of unforgiveness, every little thing offends us. You gossip here, you gossip there. I mean, the family is, suppose you have no financial plan for your family. The family is struggling with something with basics, and then you're going about buying, branded bags and branded trousers and making commitment for new vehicles that the family cannot afford yet and stuff like that. I just think you need to grow up. As a married man, one of the things that marriage does is it hastens your growth level, your development as a human being, whether man or woman. I know the Bible will say there's a season where we drink milk because we are like babies. But there's another season where we can crack bones, or we're expected to be cracking bones, because at that stage we should have been grown and our thinking and development should have been more. So some of these actually is our level of selfishness. I think it's time to grow out of selfishness. You're no longer that child that you hold on to things. Oh, no, grow up and grow out of selfishness for the sake of your family. For you to marry and enjoy some peace, some level of peace and some level of harmony. Even the best amongst us, they still struggle. It's just a matter of how childish are you? In your selfishness, how childish are you? In your cooperation, how childish are you? Have you seen some of those children when you go shopping in the supermarket and you see them there with their parents, and then they see a toy and they just start crying, and the mom or the dad is trying to say, dude, we can't buy this thing now, don't worry, we'll come back another day, and the next day they just fall on the ground and they are creating a scene. So maybe you should be asking yourself, by your choices and the things you're doing in your marriage, are you creating a sin that is avoidable? Are you just making amends like that little child in the supermarket who wants this, who wants that, and as long as they're not being given, then they fall on the ground, they're rolling on the ground and screaming, and everybody is coming around and petting them with sweets. And marriage is serious business. If you want to get married, you need to grow up. Now, you were with your parents, or you had your single life. You could wake up and go wherever you want, do whatever you wanted to do. You were single. But now that you're married, grow out of being single and think like a married person. You could go out and, you're with your friends all night, and then you come home late and all that. As long as you can get home, you go straight to bed and stuff like that. Dude, that was before you got married. It is time to grow up. You're a single lady. You didn't need to speak with anybody. You don't need to consult anybody. I mean, you buy what you want to buy. You do what you want to. Yes, we know it's your money. Don't worry. Nobody really wants. Now, maybe sometime, the way we all go about this whole money thing, in my opinion though, money is very important because the whole world moves and rolls around based on money, basically, to a large extent. But money is not everything. I know somebody will say there, dude, wait until you have real money. I know, I've touched money a bit. I've touched money. What's the car that you want to drive? So really, the car doesn't fix everything. The part of town you live in doesn't fix everything. Marriage is a serious business. It is enjoyable, it is pleasurable, it is beautiful, it is supporting, supposedly, it is comforting, it is partnership, it is relationship. That's what marriage is supposed to be. So if you're not married, you need to grow out of singleness. Don't carry your singleness into your marriage. There's a place where you need to grow up. You are not married. Be more, what's the word now? Be more cooperative. Show more interest in the other person. Let life be a little beyond just you. There are, how does the Bible put it? There's some things we used to do because we were a certain people. Now that you're married, you need to behave differently. You should be proud and happy that you're married. So stop being childish and carrying your singleness into marriage. Now, sometimes we all go with it. Oh, that's in the house I grew up. That's how we used to do things in my father's house, in my mother's house. We hear you. Come on, dude. You're not married. If you're not married, you need to adjust with your own spouse to build your own new home culture. Because your wife is going to bring her own home culture, you're going to bring your own home culture, and really to make it work, nobody needs to shove anybody's culture down the throat of the other person. That is why it is relationship, it is partnership. So what you probably need to do is for both of you to sit down, okay, negotiate. What can you work with? What can you not work with? And to be honest, I think it's even more for people who are not yet married. When you're not yet married, discuss the most difficult things. The most difficult things to discuss when you're already inside marriage is money. Because we woke up and we said, which is absolutely correct, every male child or female child should go to school. They should have the best opportunity at life, the best chances. We have done that. Now that we have done that, now if your spouse is MDCO somewhere, her behavior is going to be a bit different from when they get home. But dude, that your MBCO's outside, once you get to the house, it's a different ball game. You need to make adjustment for the marriage to work. Grow up from, oh, do you know who I am? Oh, me that at work. Do you know how many people, if I say who is there, do you know how many people that answer? You know, I send a mail, I can fire and I can hire. Dude, keep those things outside. When you come to your home, adjust to peaceful coexistence in your marriage so that your marriage can work. Marriage is for grown-ups. Marriage is not for children who will cry over everything. There's adjustment that is required in marriage. So guys, remember we just only discuss here. We don't talk as experts because really when it comes to marriage, it's unique for each individual situation. So I can't tell you what to do. I'm sure you might also not want to tell me what to do. But there are some things that are a bit general. We all need to grow up. There are some things we could do because we're single, we're young, we're children. Now you're married, you need to think a bit more critically and more intentionally. Marriage is beautiful. Don't spoil it for those who are yet to get married. Don't add to the bad history or bad perception that a lot of people already have. You need to drop some things because they don't work in marriage. Selfishness does not work in marriage. Unending and foolish stubbornness does not work in marriage. A stupid rebellion does not work in marriage. If you're rebelling within your own marriage, the Bible says the man who, how does it put it? I think, let me paraphrase. Someone who fights his own home will inherit the wind. I think it's in Proverbs or something like that. Why will you bring rebellion to your home? If you bring rebellion to your home, you will not have peace, your spouse will not have peace, the children will not have peace, and it's only a matter of time. You will look for one reason to jump out because there will always be reason. And there are some reasons that are generally accepted by everyone. Just scream, hey, she's beating me or he's beating me. Everybody will tell you, come out. Oh, he's cheating, is this one? You have the gang of people that will say, oh, if you even look at a girl, you better leave that marriage, it does not value you. Or you now have, oh, the marriage feels like hell. We are saying, calm down. There are some things that are acceptable as a single person. But once you get married, you need to make those adjustments. There's something else I think we should look at in one of those, in one of the episodes, which is marriage mentorship. There are a lot of bad examples outside there. And the bad examples are destroying homes and they are affecting our children, affecting our societies. But there's more to life. Have you thought of looking for a marriage, someone who's been married maybe longer than you, or someone that you respect? I have a friend who got married for over 10 years with several IVF treatment before they had their first child. Yet they have good relationship. I admire them, honestly. They may not know, but I admire them greatly from a distance. The guy and the wife, they seem to have sync between them. So it doesn't matter how you make the age of the person that you're making your marriage mentor. It just means that someone that you can meet, that someone that is responsible, that you can trust, who sometimes can tell you, do this one that you're doing is wrong, and you'll be able to listen. Enough of, and you know what? Take the social media today, whether on Instagram, YouTube, or anything. There's someone that will support you in whatever choices you are making. You have loads of them. But beyond all those superficial supports, you need to grow up. And as I say this to you, I'm also saying it to myself. I need to grow up. It is time to put out childish things for the purpose that is marriage might succeed.